I want to first recognize Mr. Moore.
Good morning, Chairman Owens, Ranking Member Wilson, and members of the committee. My name is Paul Moore. I'm Senior Counsel of the Defense of Freedom Institute for Policy Studies, and I previously served as Chief Investigative Counsel for the U.S. Department of Education and as an Assistant U.S. Attorney and in other roles at the Department of Justice. As Chief Investigative Counsel, much of my role involved investigating compliance by America's colleges and universities with Section 117, the statutory requirement that America's colleges and universities timely report qualifying foreign gifts and contracts to the Department. Section 117 reporting requirements are not complicated or burdensome. They merely require that universities accurately and timely report those foreign gifts and contracts valued at $250,000 or more to the Department twice a year. Unfortunately, the Department's enforcement efforts have historically been very uneven. For example, in 2004, the Department began permitting institutions to provide donor anonymity when reporting foreign gifts and contracts. This practice, called anonymizing, directly undermined congressional intent that foreign donor identities be revealed. This led to a dramatic increase in the flow of foreign money to higher education beginning around 2009, particularly from China, Russia, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and other countries. Many of our great universities have since become addicted to that foreign money. In April 2011, the FBI issued a white paper warning that foreign adversaries seek to take advantage of America's higher education research enterprise to gain military and economic advantages over the United States. In February 2019, the U.S. Senate Permanent Subcommittee on Investigations issued a bipartisan report warning that foreign government spending at U.S. schools is effectively a black hole because up to 70% of all colleges and universities were failing to report foreign gifts and contracts. This began to change in November of 2019 when, at the direction of Secretary Betsy DeVos, the Department's Office of the General Counsel initiated multiple civil investigations of noncompliance by some of America's leading universities. The Department found that Section 117 reporting had been generally under-inclusive and inaccurate, and found that many colleges and universities even appeared to conceal foreign funding. These compliance failures occurred despite those same colleges and universities having extremely sophisticated foreign financial tracking capabilities. In October 2020, the Department published a report revealing that its enforcement efforts had resulted in disclosure of more than $6.5 billion in previously undisclosed foreign gifts and contracts. The report revealed that historically fewer than 300 of the approximately 6,000 U.S. higher educational institutions actually self-report foreign money each year as required by Section 117. The Department found that foreign adversaries are likely targeting specific institutions for their research and development technologies. In April 2021 testimony before the Senate Select Committee on Intelligence, FBI Director Wray warned that China presents a severe threat to our academic institutions. Despite these clear threats and warnings, the Biden administration's Section 117 enforcement efforts have taken a very different direction. The Department now appears to have largely ceded control over its Section 117 enforcement policies to a higher education industry group known as the American Council on Education, or ACE, which has long objected to nearly any serious efforts by the Department to enforce Section 117. This puts America's national security at risk. Since January 2021, reporting of foreign gifts and contracts by universities has declined dramatically, even as the threat to America has increased. In August 2022, ACE's senior vice president announced the Department's closure of its remaining Section 117 investigations and that Section 117 management would be transferred back to federal student aid. Normally, such a significant announcement should have come from the Department, not higher education's chief lobbyist. FSA is unsuited to the Section 117 enforcement task, which may explain why the Department has chosen to shift Section 117 enforcement responsibilities to FSA. Section 117 is a very simple, straightforward statutory disclosure requirement that the Department is required to enforce. To do so, it should immediately return enforcement responsibilities to the Office of the General Counsel. Congress should ban the practice of anonymizing donors in Section 117 disclosures. Congress should tie Section 117 compliance by America's colleges and universities with their eligibility to participate in Title IV federal student loan, grant, and work-study programs. And Congress may wish to require that prominent college and university administrators certify under oath the accuracy and completeness of their Section 117 disclosures to the Department. The American people generously fund significant portions of the operations of most of our colleges and universities and deserve earnest enforcement efforts by the Department. Thank you for the opportunity to appear before you. I look forward to answering any questions you may have.